What is up, YouTube? We're back from another YouTube video. We're here with a Crown Tier 4 mission titled Explosives Sourcing, and it says the Pyro in Al Mazrah has been a thorn in our neck. He has some intel we'd like taken off of him and put into our hands. I'm sure you understand the picture. Deliver that intel to any dead drop in Vondel and we'll secure it. Now your tasks are to kill the Pyro, extract the Pyro's intel, and then dead drop the Pyro's intel in Vondel. Now you can do this in either Al Mazrah or Vondel, but the same thing has to be done either way. You have to extract the Pyro's intel. So what I'm going to do is go over how you can find Pyro, and then we'll end up getting into the gameplay and everything. So let's get straight into it. Now before we get into the gameplay, I do want to show you this on warzonehub.gg. You can find these nice interactive maps to give you information about whatever you may need, but I want to use these to show you the location for the Pyro and his many spawn locations in Al Mazrah as well as Vondel. So you can see when you go over here to the US Embassy building in the Al Mazrah City portion, over here you will find one of the first spots. This is going to require you to use the US Embassy key if you need to open it. Now I do want to note all these locations will require a key to open. You can either use the corresponding key or you can use a skeleton key to open it. Whatever you decide to do is up to you, but there can also be a weapons case that spawns with the Pyro. So keep that in mind when it comes to tracking him down. But the first location here is the US Embassy. So with the corresponding key, you need the US Embassy key to open the door, kill all the armored AI, and then make your way to the Pyro. That way you can get the kill. And that's just one location. The next one is going to be here at the downtown post office. As you can see, that's going to require you to get the key, open the door, and then make your way towards the Pyro. He will always be upstairs, and then you just have to make your way towards him, get the kill, and then make your way out of there. Now the third location in Al Mazrah is going to be over here at the airport, and it's going to be at the control tower over here, and this is the key that you need in order to open it. You'll work your way from downstairs, then you can take a zip line or the staircase up, and then you can fight the Pyro and then do whatever you gotta do. So that's the three locations in Al Mazrah. Just remember, try to find the corresponding key. Let's say you only have the control tower key, but he happens to spawn up here in the downtown post office. Your best bet is just to exfil and then spawn in the next game and see wherever he's at. But that's just going to be the locations in Al Mazrah. Now here are the next locations in Vondel. Now when it comes to Vondel, there are several different areas that you can go to. However, just know he's always going to pick one spot randomly when the game starts. So you can see our first one here is Central Station, and this is going to require the Central Station key in order to get the kill on him and make your way towards him. And this is the most common spawn, I think, in all my playthrough. I've always seen this one. I have never seen the City Hall, the Fire Department, the Aquarium, or Stadium one before, but I most commonly see Central Station and the Museum. So these two are very common. Like I said, you need the key if you want to get to Central Station, open it, and then he'll always be, I believe it's like up here, and then you can just get a kill on him there. Then the next one over here at City Hall, this one is, you can see the entrance is right here. There are other doors all around that you can use to go in, but you're going to need the City Hall key, and then you'll make your way towards him and get the kill. The next one we're going to go over is Fire Department, and you can see this one is going to require the Fire Department key. You make your way in. This one, I would say Fire Department is great because it has a lot of loot in it. However, when there's a lot of loot, that means there is a lot more AI, so just be careful with that. I have been shot through the floor and walls here many times, so if you're doing this, just be careful with that area. But Aquarium is another one, and this one you don't necessarily need a key or a skeleton key to get in. You can get in here for free if he happens to be there. All you have to do is follow this little rock formation right here, climb on top, and then make a jump from this corner onto this corner right here. Then you'll be on a ledge. Just walk this over here, and then when you reach this corner, jump and get onto this ledge, and then just walk your way up, and it should take you right here to the rooftop. Then make your way towards this middle area here, and you'll find an elevator that you can zip line down, and you can fight your way inside with all the AI, and then you can either open the doors downstairs, or you can take the staircase up and open doors and make your way out. But that's how you can get in there for free. Then another location is going to be over here at Stadium, and this one is going to require you to go inside the stadium through either the rafters over here or through the back on that side, and then you'll end up fighting Pyro there. And then you can also see over here we have a spawn at Museum, And this one, in my opinion, is probably the most annoying spot, just because it always feels like in Vondel there's like 100 times more AI, but there's always AI respawning here or here, so just keep your eye out. If he is here, you're gonna have to probably fight a lot of AI. But the same thing can be Central Station. So that's gonna do it for these locations. Now let's get into the gameplay. So you can see we're loading into Vondel here, and you can see I spawned right here at the exhibit, right next to the central train station. So I was like, you know what, let me go over here and see if the pyro spawned in. And this is pretty much my strategy. I would spawn in, if he wasn't there, I'd exfil, and you can see I got the pyro nearby location, central station. So I knew he was right there. You can see I have my key ready to open the door. So I went, and I did get rid of the AI. I am going to skip a lot of that because it does take up a lot of time. But just be prepared if you're solo. It can get a little scary there. But as you approach up here, you are going to see these red barrels. Now, these will indicate to you that the pyro is going to be nearby. So you can see as I make my way all the way upstairs, he's going to have a trophy system next to him, as well as more explosive barrels. And you can see that fire shotgun is no joke. So what I'm going to do is speed up the rest of this gameplay here. That way you don't have to sit through 10 minutes of me almost dying to the pyro. This was the first time I ever did it solo, so don't judge me here. But you can see it was a pretty scary gunfight, especially as a solo player here. Just use your Molotovs if you have any. Thermites are a good idea. Shock sticks. You can see after doing a bunch of damage, I throw a Molotov. That's going to do some damage. And then you'll know he's close to dying as soon as you see the armor break. It's an easy kill right there afterwards. You can see our first objective is done to kill the pyro. Now all we gotta do is make our way to his body, and you're gonna find that it looks like documents. It's the pyro intel. That's what we need, so make sure you stow that in your inventory. And you also can pick up the tempered armor plate vest that he has, a gold skull, an advanced UAV, and if you really want a shotgun, you can pick up his KV broadside that has fire breath rounds. It's not really the best shotgun, but just make sure you pick up the advanced UAV. Now you can see I bought a personal exfil, and I exfilled out of there with the documents in my inventory. And you're going to see we got the second part done, which is exfil with it. Now it's important to note that even when you do it in Vondel, you are going to have to exfil it to complete that second objective, and then just load back in and then dead drop it when you're in Vondel. But now you can see load into another game, and then when you spawn in, just look at whatever the closest dead drop location is. I do show 3 locations here. I spawned next to Zoo, and I remembered there was a dead drop location here. So I spawned in there, and then I went for the LTV that spawns right next to me. And all I did was show you that I had Pyro's intel in my inventory. And then we went and drove straight over here. I am going to speed up the gameplay that way. Like I said, you don't have to sit through the whole thing. But I went over here, and again, it's a white dumpster is what you're looking for here. And then you can deposit Pyro's intel inside, and you'll get your mission completion. You can see I got the rank up, and then I got explosives sourcing complete. So that's how you get that one done. I am going to show you 2 more locations. I don't remember if there's any more dead drop locations, but these are the 2 that I remembered off the top of my head here. So I did drive around and show you them. For this one, it's near the graveyard and across from the university. It's not the hardest one to find by any means, but you can see I was going to get out and show it to you, but I just pinged it because there was a bunch of AI there and I didn't want to have to deal with them. And another one is going to be, like I said, next to university over here by the gas station. And this one is a pretty easy one to always ping because the gas station most of the time is always there. So you can just drive there. And again, pretty easy. If you know any more dead drop locations, leave it down in the comment section below. That way, if anybody spawns in a different location, they might get a new location there that is easier for them to reach. But just get into a car, make your way to a dead drop, and then dead drop the intel. So you can see that's the last one, and that's going to do it for the video. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell so you don't miss another video. Drop a follow on my Twitch, twitch.tv/MunkisJam0. At the time this is being uploaded, and when it goes live, I will be live on Twitch. So feel free to drop by. I'm going to be playing some DMZ. On screen right now, you will also see a pop-up for a DMZ playlist that I have with all my DMZ guides. So if you think that's useful, feel free to check that out. But with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.